All right, how's it going? My name is Matthew Jones,
I'm Giancarlo. Iannucci.
and this is a gaming podcast, name to be determined at some point. Today we're talking about Miitomo and, yeah, whatever the hell else we feel like. Hell okay? I think hell's okay.
Is Hellspire?
I think hell's okay. Anyway, so what do you think? What do you think of Miitomo so far?
Well, I'm currently actually about to check it because I just got like 5 notifications. I didn't
Oh,
think
yes.
I was gonna like it at first. Really didn't like the idea of it. I just downloaded it because you get coins on my Nintendo. And
Yep,
now
fair enough.
I can't stop playing it. Well, checking it at least. I guess it's not really much.
Checking like every second. Sorry if anyone was watching. We'll probably be checking our Miitomos throughout most of it because, well, you know, it's important. Yeah, I was skeptical at the beginning as well. I think my big thing was that since the last Nintendo thing that came out on a phone was Pokemon Shuffle, and that's awful. That is so.
I don't know. I kind of like it.
Though,
I like stupid little puzzle games.
You know, I'm biased as compared to. Well, I mean, having bought Pokemon Trazi before that, that was at least I'm $8 in, and if I'm good at puzzles, I can win. Where Shuffle is, you could be the best puzzler ever, and it's like, no, it is stacked against you. You are supposed to lose.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
And it's like, but for $85, you can play all you want forever, and
yeah, no, the free to play model and that's brutal. I mean, in Miitomo, it's at least not bad. I mean, you get coins for answering questions and the daily thing they have going on for the first week. And I think the first month, actually, you get bonuses if you signed in every day.
Yeah, it looks like, I'm not sure if it's beyond just a month, but it looks like at least with the daily, it may be like a daily bonus, like many games are doing now. Yeah. It's like, hey, if you at least stop in and turn the game on for 5 seconds, you can get something out of it, which is still cool anyway. I haven't felt the need to buy any currency yet. Ooh.
Getting close.
Is it starting to kind of hit you a little bit hard?
Yeah, it's getting harder to earn the coins, and I mean, I guess that's a given because now they have me sucked in.
I think so far, at least because I got tons of tickets. I've used a few.
I have a lot of tickets.
I've used a few for the games because the games don't cycle through as much yet.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, so how many times do I go for the different cat pieces? And
I have all 3 cats
and whatnot. And that's
I could not.
And that's the other thing too, because they get you on the color scheme. So
yeah.
I buy one shirt and I'm gonna make it maroon. That's awesome. Wait, what do you mean I have to spend another 3,000 coins to get the blue shirt? But hey, it's.
I mean, it's nice because in the beginning they give you a ton of coins.
Yeah, it's
obviously
all.
They want you to, And now it's getting to the point where it's like, I'm getting like 600 coins a day, and I really want that new pair of jeans.
Right.
As bad as it sounds.
It's like, no, man, I have these calico shorts, which are cool. Yeah. And wait, I spent all my money to be a space pirate at the very beginning, which is great.
We all made that mistake.
And I like that look, but then I was like, I went with a more like realistic look. Like, man, if I would actually, if I had money, I may dress that way in some way, but at least I can virtually pretend that I'll wear more than hoodies and jeans and gamer t-shirts. So
yeah.
But yeah, overall, I'm enjoying it. So the questions are random, but they're endearing. Nothing's like.
I haven't gotten. Well, I don't know. I've gotten some questions where it's like. It's kind of weird. Like, what was it? It was like, what would you do if you saw a nose hair sticking out of your friend's nose? Like, what would you do?
Oh, I have not gotten that one yet.
I don't know how to answer that because I've never thought of that. So, I mean, I guess it's good that there's, like, weird questions and stuff. And they do have some, I don't know, like, it's just fun to answer them, see everyone's answers. I really like the idea of Me Photo.
Oh, I've had some great.
The internet's going a little crazy with it.
The internet is going.
I've seen some things I don't want to see.
Things you can't unsee.
Yeah.
If you want to see them, go online and look for Miitomo photos. It is not safe for work, but you have been warned. So, but have fun. But yeah, it's
a lot of furries.
But yeah, but it's still the basic concept is really cool.
Yeah.
There was one put me in a picture in front of Las Vegas in a place that I've been before. I was like, all right, that's kind of cool. Or they're just weird and fun and there are some weird questions and some things that come up. I mean. One person came over to my room, a buddy of mine, Danico, and he, like I was on a break in between classes, and I had a long break. I didn't answer the questions just because they probably asked me like 40 questions.
Yeah.
It's like, so how's it going? This, and this, and And other funny ones like a friend of mine who's known me since I've known him his entire life, and it's like, so how many siblings you got? It's like, well, you know how many siblings I have, so you're the wrong me to ask me this question, loser. But just it's so far it's been just fun and just responding. I like that you can say whatever you want and it will say it back.
No censors. It's really funny hearing me swear. I like that you can edit your greetings, and just like I don't know, when saying goodbye to people, like you can say whatever. Decent amount of customization, which is nice.
Like ones like what's up, my glip glop, and basic things like that. I did have an issue going in with because I'm taking German right now and I'm really trying to get more into it. Some of the German does not transfer over into the sayings. Yeah. So like a couple of the words, it was like pronouncing phonetically. The different everything as like okay, I can't say auf Wiedersehen. All right, that's fine. All right, I can say Guten Tag. That all right, at least figured out hello, good day. I mean, whatever. I'm not in it to be like, oh man, I'm gonna give this 2 stars because I wanted to randomly type a couple things in a different language and it didn't say how I wanted. It's cool how I like how it recognizes words, and your me will react to words. Like if you type in like,
really nice
if you type in LOL, your guy will laugh in your statement. Or if you type in cat or dog, you'll make a cat face or a dog face.
Even love the hard eyes.
The hard eyes comes up.
There's been some weird times though where like I've typed in like not even like a specific like emotion word and my me just like freaks out and like really dark and upset and it's like all I said was what's up, like what are you doing?
Like what is something in the algorithm that said your me should look totally horrified right now.
I do think that's a really nice touch though, especially because my girlfriend's on there too, so it's like whenever I talk to her, it does the hard eyes, and I think it's weird that it's doing that because it's only with her.
It's only with her that she knows exact. I mean, maybe through the. Did you add her directly? Did you add her through Facebook?
We did do face to face, so
right.
I don't know if that has anything to do with it. The only other person I've added face to face was you, so I guess
I've added. I think I've added 3 people now. I mean, the most important thing was taking I took one phone. I was like, here, let me borrow this for a sec. What are you doing? Oh, I really want my Nintendo coins. I know you don't know I know you don't care about those yet, but I would like the free stuff. Which is pretty cool. I
made my girlfriend download it to do the face to face, so I could get the coins for it, and now she's hooked on it too. Which is nice.
And I like how many people are playing it. One of my classmates, she was randomly appeared in my thing to add, and I added her. And when I saw her yesterday, I was like, Miitomo, and she's like, I hate you. It's so good. I wanted to hate this so much, and I kind of like that mentality of it's like I downloaded it. I wanted to hate it, but I don't. Everyone's
so many people.
Yeah,
like, a lot of my I don't do mobile games.
No,
and that's. It. But I mean, I guess it's not really a game. It's more of a social app. But I went into it fully expecting to just hate everything about it. I was like, I'm going to do the missions, get the coins, I'm going to get out.
Exactly.
And instead, it's 7 days later, and I'm still.
And you're still doing it. And then when we look at after the 7-day bonus, and then the 30 days comes up, it's like. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Why am I still...
I've also noticed, too, a lot of people on my friends list that don't necessarily, freak out about Nintendo as much as I do are playing it probably more than I am.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's over 3 million downloads worldwide, I think.
It's a huge amount right now, I think, for the...
1 million in Japan in 3 days, and once they hit in North America and Europe, I know it went over 3 million.
Yeah, I know the what is it? I know on the Play Store it's like well over 1 million. I'm sure.
Yeah, it hit top free to play on the iOS store.
And I'm sure like right on the iOS there's like 1 million. There's like 1 million downloads of it. Plus, and it's just, and there's not much to it, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of, and as we were talking about beforehand, I think with the way social networks are going, it's nice to see something that just isn't. It's not a lot of hate. I mean, I understand the whole thing for like the aspects of Twitter and Facebook and using them for political and important causes. But man, every once in a while, I just want to look. I go to the internet to be happy sometimes.
Yeah.
Not always to Schadenfreude and
or creeped out.
Yeah, or not necessarily go online to Schadenfreude and be happier with the misfortune of other people. But it's things like that that's always like, oh man, come on, let's. It's just cool to be. It's just cool. It's like pretty much everything is. I've seen some negative comments written in questions, which is fine.
Yeah.
But
it's bound to happen though. It's the internet.
And there's a couple people who I've talked to, who I've been friends with in real life, and we were closer at one time. I've had some cool conversations with people that I haven't had in a long time.
Yeah.
And it's been more meaningful than any Facebook conversation has ever been with some of the, with certain people.
Honestly, the same thing with me too, which is like I'm communicating with a lot of people that like I'm friends with on Facebook or whatever, but I haven't really had any contact with in a while, and now I'm contacting them through Miitomo, which is Nintendo's new social app.
Yeah.
And it's weird to me, but I'm glad it's happening.
Yeah, I mean, I have a roommate who wants to do. Two of my previous roommates want to do like a mini reunion, and that's cool. And and we never talked about that when we joined on Facebook, but we're having these little interactions on Miitomo with like, what did you have for dinner last night, or if we went on vacation, or things like that. I mean, it's all kind of they're very kind of dating app questions, but without being like, man, if I were on a date with this, without being really weird or creepy, I'm sure the internet will find some way to, other than, I mean the Miitomo photos are a really easy way to go right now for how creepy things can be. I
gotta say, I mean, it's nice because none of my friends are that weird, but if you look at the Miitomo hashtag, I'm sure you'll see some weird things.
Oh man, and here's what I figure: I'll be enforcing at the Penny Arcade Expo in a few weeks in Boston, and I'm sure this is because if you've ever been to a convention before or whatnot and brought your DS or something, you're street passing all the time. Like when we were talking about Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the little Nintendo walkers. Yeah, I saw, man, my first packs. People had those people were wearing them like grenades on your chest. They just had tons of them and just going around up to people, and people would just rush up to you. And I feel that if Miitomo is taking off in any way right now, if you go to convention, people will just come up to you and just be like, join. And I think that'll be an interesting test on it, only because Miitomo's pretty personal so far in between the interactions that it's doing. I mean, they're all pretty harmless questions. Yeah. But most part, the person at least a little. You know the person at least enough to add it a little bit.
So many people, and I have no idea who they are. But it's like, I had to do the friends challenge, and apparently there's one for 50 friends and one for 100 friends.
Are there ones for that high yet? I haven't even.
My girlfriend said I can't find it in the app. I was actually looking because I just thought about that.
Actually, I think by adding you may have made like 21 or 22.
Yeah, I'm up to like 40 something, 50. I don't even know.
Wow. Yeah, no, most people I know, like for Miitomo, it's like, guys, just join. See, I know lots of people who would play something like this, and I just don't understand why they're so like, man, why they haven't joined yet or even given it and people who are always like with their phone, like, it's like you're on your phone all the time, just for God's sake,
just try it out.
Put down the evil apples or whatever the hell annoying card game you're playing, just for fun sometimes. And not that I haven't played that before, not that I don't play that every once in a while or something, but just put something down and try it out. Yeah. The only thing I've noticed so far with it is that you can't really bring it between devices in the full sense.
So you were saying something about the coins.
Yeah, I was meant when I got a new iPad the other day, and I was like, all right, so Miitomo was started, so I downloaded Miitomo. And with that, it was like, okay, cool, I can do all this stuff, and I earned some coins, but I noticed that my coin total on the iPad was just the coins that I had earned from talking at that point, and everything else was on the phone. So I think that stuff, because I think some of that stuff does not transfer over. Yeah. All my clothing, all my friends, all my comments, all that stuff was there, but the coins didn't transfer over. And I mean, so that was the one thing on that. I mean, it's not a. So I only play Miitomo on my phone. I'm more apt to play it on my phone than on my iPad. I think it was just more I have an iPad again. Let me just download certain things. I was like, I'm playing this on my phone. This is cool. Let's see if this version looks any better or different and whatnot. And you said you've almost put money into it?
Almost, not yet.
What is
I just added it. It was a pair of pants, and I was like, that looks like something I'd wear in real life. And I was like, 60 coins. I was like, I'm just going to go answer questions. Like, I'm not going to spend $1
Yeah.
for 60 coins. I know my girlfriend really wanted, there was like a kimono in the store.
Uh-huh.
She really wanted it. She needed like 800 coins, so obviously she can't go and answer the questions. So, and it's $1, and now she's happy, and she doesn't want to buy more
that's
clothes.
not too bad. I mean, that was my next question was like, what is it? I don't know what the currency section, because I almost hit it on the iPad just to be like, oh, hey, what is the currency?
The only thing it's $1 for 1,000 coins. I'm sure for like $3 you'll get 5,000. Like
Yeah, exactly. The game special that if you buy 5,000 coins, you'll get, you buy $5 worth, you'll get 6,000 coins or whatever it'll take. Yeah, that kind of.
I mean, dollar is always going to be the worst way to go in terms of. I mean, but then I guess it all depends on how much money you plan on spending in the app.
Exactly, and I mean, like I was saying, I don't plan on giving them any money as again, it's just a.
Yeah,
it's just an app. I may one day give them a couple dollars if I'm still playing it several months from now.
Okay. Apparently, it ranges anywhere from 99 cents for 1,000 coins up to $74.99, gets you 75,000 coins, plus a 30,000 coin bonus, so 105,000 coins. And I mean, there's options in between. I don't think I need 105,000 coins. That's just me. But I'm sure.
I guarantee you, people have already spent it. People have already. I don't know if there's 100. Well, actually, there probably is, because since when you buy an article of clothing, you don't get it in every color. You get it in only the color you buy. So that cool futuristic suit is great and all, but that's like 8,000 coins every time.
Yeah.
And that's for each color.
You'd be able to rack it up pretty quick.
You can be able to rack it up pretty quickly. One
thing I've noticed, and one thing I want to see them work out, I mean, I guess it's not necessary. I mean, they do ask for, your gender and everything. It'd be nice to see not like half the store for one day filled with like skirts that I don't plan on wearing. And I understand some people want to wear skirts too. That's fine. Yeah. I understand. It'd be nice if there was an option to like you prefer sweatshirts, jeans, like sneakers, kind of
stuff
deal.
like that.
Like I don't want to put my in a business suit. I don't wear business suits. I want the business. Like I'm not going to spend my money on it.
Exactly.
I understand that they have a cycle going, and that's cool. But it'd be nice if you could kind of narrow what kind of clothes you want to see show up.
That's a great point. I mean, and even the same instance, like, I mean, I wear kilts from time to time.
Yeah.
And I looked, there's a million skirt ones, and that's fine. And some of I was like, that's whatever. I mean, even like even one day, just take one of them, just change like, kilt.
Yeah.
Or like if leave skirt there, give a couple other alternative options, but at least there's no gender specific. At least you can.
Yeah,
you can,
it is nice.
You can wear whatever you want to wear what makes you happy.
Yeah, and I like that they did that. I like that it's not. Oh well, this is X gender's clothing.
X gender
option.
This and yeah,
it's
only
nice
one
that
gender.
They put the option in there. It's not nice for me when it's like, well, I'd like to buy a new pair of pants and my clothing or my style level goes up. But it's all like leggings and like things that
it's like, wear. Man, I don't wear fishnets, but that's. I mean, if I have to buy it just to. I mean, something's got to go with my calico on my my cat
that's
shoulder.
The thing. It's like I want my style level to go up. I want to have options to be able to. Mm-hmm. As weird as it sounds that I'm actually talking about it out loud because I'm talking about digital clothing.
Yeah, we're talking about
my digital self. But it's if I'm going to spend what's going to eventually probably amount to actual money, I want to spend it on things that I would actually
that you would actually wear yourself. Absolutely.
Because fishnets are great. I don't wear fishnets. I mean, I guess I could. I don't know how I'd look.
You could if you'd want to, but I mean that's. But yeah, I think you bring up a great point on the clothing that way. But more of a selection for what you'd want, or it's like do you wear casual stuff? Because there was a lot of the questions at the beginning. Because there was the really cool chart for like
your personality,
and it was like looking at a Pokemon chart, except you had a lot better control and not having to battle so many people just to get the stats you really wanted.
Yeah. No IV training required.
No IV training, absolutely.
That does actually bring me to my next point, because I guess some people have different rooms, and I guess it's based on your personality.
Thank you. All right.
But it would be nice in the future to see the option to customize your room, which is then going to probably be where I start spending the actual money.
Oh, that's where they're going to get us next.
And I think that's probably what they'll do. It would be nice to see the option to customize your room. It would also be nice to, even if it's like surveys for Nintendo or anything, to earn coins other than spending money. Mm-hmm. I understand they want you to spend the actual money. It's the free-to-play model. And I'm not asking for 1,000 coins a question, but it'd be nice to have more options.
More options to earn coins faster.
Other than spending the money, even though it's free to play, so that's what they want you to do.
Exactly.
So that's probably not going to happen, but it'd be nice if there was, even if it's like 25 coins
option like that. No, that'd be fantastic.
Or mini games or
just something like that. I mean,
you could use the tickets because I don't think you can't spend money on the tickets. The tickets are prizes, or you win them from
can you only buy coins in the store?
You can only buy coins in the store so far. So it'd be nice if use the tickets to play mini games, and then the mini games you can earn coins that way. And then
exactly. That'd be cool. I mean, that sounds like something that would be easily implement later on in the future.
Yeah.
And it seems like it'll be a platform that'll really easy to evolve and keep changing.
I think there's already an update out now. I think it's just bug fixes and stuff. I don't think it changes
exactly.
Anything,
an update already came out. You brought a great point up about the room because I mean, there have been a couple rooms into it's like, wait a minute, why don't I have a stereo system?
Yeah.
I don't care what my personality chart says in there. I would have a stereo system in my room.
I'm not asking for shag carpets and like crazy pattern walls here, but like I don't know, little knicknacks, little Nintendo related items.
Yeah,
maybe like a Virtual Boy, put it on because they did it in Tomodachi Life and they did it in Animal Crossing.
And I think Animal Crossing is the great thing. Oh man, if they did something like this for Animal Crossing, let's not bring up
because I can't. Spend
no ideas. Sorry,
but
block the ears of No, I don't want to. I don't need to spend money on something that I know will
destroy my life. But I mean, it'd be nice. And like I said, I'm not asking for like crazy Sims level of customization, but
that's a totally different level of man. And that's something, and that's a really good because Sims. It's like I never see myself put that much time into the Sims.
Yeah, I've never been able to sit down and get into it, and here I am playing a mobile version of Tomodachi Life more than I played Tomodachi Life. Mm-hmm. More than I've ever played The Sims, and it's like not even a quarter of the game. It's just a social app. It's not even a game, and I'm sinking all this time into it. But it's nice because it is on your phone. I don't think something like this would have worked as well on the 3DS. I know Tomodachi Life did do good, but this is kind of a little different, at least I think.
Yeah, I think this is just different enough. It's not. I think you're right. I think Tomodachi Life is a good handheld type thing. I think this is definitely better for the mass market for the type of stuff you're trying to get into. They're trying to get people into. This definitely and then talking about Shuffle and then going to this brings up what Pokemon Go is going to look like, and it's something that I'm so excited for, but I'm so nervous. I kind of wish my expectations were much like Miitomo. I'll download it. I'll see how it is.
Yeah.
Man, I want this to be amazing. And I think the big thing for me that I'm worried about is like the microtransaction stuff. A couple cool options, at least in the game. Have you played Pokemon Picross or Pokemon Rumble on the DS?
I've played the Rumble. I didn't play the free-to-play one that came out. I just did Rumble Blast?
Yeah, the Rumble Blast.
That one. I really like that. I like that style of game. I don't know why it's so simple, but
I think it's cool at least in that one Pokemon because it's like, oh, you knock out a Magikarp. Oh, now I'm Magikarp. Oh, yeah. I'm Sea King, and I'm just going through a Sea King. And I was like, I wouldn't just normally just pick up Sea King just in a way like this and start playing. So it's a cool concept like that. The reason I mentioned those two games is that those two games are the free to play model. You can buy money and whatnot into it. The cool thing about those ones is that there's a cap. Each of those games has like a $35 or $40 cap. That once you put that much money into it, that's it. Everything is free for that continuous app. Because I mean, much like Pokemon Go, if Pokemon Go comes out and it's like there's a free to play thing, you keep doing. If you set for $20, I can own this flat out. You can have my $20. You never have to worry about me putting in $1 maybe ever or just downloading eventually. If it's good enough to get my money as a full game, I'll give it to them.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. I mean, so far what Nintendo has done with the free to play model, I like how they're doing it because it's not like EA level like where.
Oh man,
I don't know if you played their mobile SimCity game or not. I haven't touched it, but it's brutal.
Is it?
Like you get no money to start with, really, just enough to get you going, and then you're waiting like full days for materials.
Oh yeah, and that kind of.
So It's nice to see that they're not doing things like that, especially with this. For their first mobile app, I think they did a really good job with it.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
It's like the perfect balance of like, I can check this every day and I want to check it every day. Mm-hmm. And like, yeah, I could spend money, but I don't really need to. Like the options there. I
haven't felt like I had to, and I don't feel like the game is dogging me to do it either. Like it's like. It's
Once
not
again EA, where I don't know. Dungeon Keeper Mobile is another example.
You can
ridiculous.
You could take. I mean, as much as I love to dog on EA, you could take EA. You could take any of those free to play. Most of those free to play ones. What is that? What is it? Candy Crush? Do people still play that?
Yeah, no, that's still a thing.
Luckily, I've never played it, so I've always. But those style of games where it's like where they just dog you to.
Yeah, and that's what made me really nervous when Nintendo and I was like, oh, we're going to experiment.
We're going to start experimenting.
It's like mobile. I was kind of like, oh god, like just please tread carefully. And I didn't really expect them to pull like any kind of scummy business model with it. It's not very Nintendo like, but it's just nice to see that so far the way they're approaching it is, reasonable for free to play.
And yeah, I mean, luckily for Nintendo's usually pretty reasonable for most things.
Yeah.
DLC for them has always been relatively, the game's done. Oh, here's DLC after, or it's
like Mario Kart 8. Perfect example. Was $12 for basically half.
$12, and you get almost half the kind of, and that's I mean that's an extreme in the sense of this is what people like to see for DLC.
Yeah.
But even things like the Smash Brothers ones, I mean, the characters are not outrageously priced for what you really.
It's like what, $4, $5.
$4 or $5, and you can get you can spend like the extra $1 and get it for 2 platforms.
Yeah,
and even if you don't own both, you could split that with hey, I'll split you half price.
Yeah. You have the 3DS. I have the Wii U.
I have the 3DS exactly, and they gave you Mewtwo for free if you own both.
Yeah,
and the soundtrack
the way they've handled DLC is really nice. Hyrule Warriors, another perfect example, was it $20 for the season pass?
Yeah, and it's very
ridiculous amount of content.
It's very reasonable, and that's one thing because the season pass thing is just like I hear those words and I just want to cry.
Yeah.
And for most times, it just makes you want to cry. I mean, I haven't.
Yeah.
I mean, did you pick up the one for? Did you play Fallout? Did you pick up the one for Fallout or?
No, I've never been a Fallout guy.
I liked playing from what I played in Fallout 4, but it's just like. Or just every, like I'm a huge Batman fan, and I didn't pick up the season pass yet because I figured Game of the Year or just wait for a sale to go on. But it's like
anything with Warner
I'm super hesitant to put an extra $40 into something, or $30 that's like cool. We're gonna promise content. I mean, you gotta really be able to nail your game.
Yeah.
I mean, for the guys behind Batman, I think they had the clout to the last 2 games were great. I think the price tag hit a lot of people originally, and half the content was so minuscule anyway. I mean, I think you need to be a game. Think you need to have a game or at least a series of games that are so good that you need to be able to even think to charge something like that. I think you're right with Nintendo, and like Mario Kart was the perfect example of DLC that added a substantial amount of content, and it was probably one of the most reasonable things I spent $13 on ever.
And that's the thing. And I mean, Nintendo's not stupid. No game publisher is stupid. They know people. No. A lot of people don't like the way DLC is handled. They do it anyways because the average consumer obviously doesn't pay attention to it. It's the same thing with any free-to-play model.
Yeah.
Candy Crush, like you said, perfect example. Just especially the elderly sucks them in, and they're just spending money.
When you're or even not even just if you just go like your mom or your sister or brother or dad, whoever. No gender bias there. Just whoever, not even really gender bias. It's more just someone who's not used to playing games in a larger sense. Someone's like, oh, this sounds like fun. Yeah. My mom used to play Tetris on the Game Boy way back when, and that was the only thing I ever remember my mom playing. Yeah. Though talking about download content and the amount of money that we put into something. That'll be another episode of talking because man, that is a.
But that's the thing. With Nintendo, I feel it's different. And, I mean, you could say I'm biased because obviously I'm a huge Nintendo fan.
Yep, same here.
But when they started doing DLC, I was nervous because it's like, well, I don't want to see them be chopping up games.
Exactly.
But the way they handled it makes me not nervous to hand them money, which is why I think with Miitomo, it's like, I don't feel like I'm being forced to spend the money.
I'm not worried. I'm not like, man, where's the ad that tells me that I got to spend XYZ or share this with 35 friends or you'll never see your Miitomo again.
It's weird though, but in return, because they're not pressuring me, I almost feel like, well, I could spend them again. It wouldn't hurt.
And I think that also helps them in their favor for it because because we've been beaten up on DLC for the better part. This
better part of the last console generation.
Better part of the last console generation, and starting into this one so far. We've been beat up on DLC and
even $60 games have a free to play model to go with it, which is weird.
Yeah, because you're paying so much into.
It's just weird. I don't know. We grew up where DLC was originally unlockable content.
Yeah,
it wasn't. And I guess some people are growing up where DLC is just the norm.
Yeah.
But I think if Nintendo stays away from that, because I think it's scheduled 6 mobile games to come out this year.
6.
I think that's,
I think 5. I think by the time this game was released, I think they're aiming for 5 more by the anniversary of this one.
Yeah.
So within the year they have 5 total ones. We know Pokemon Go.
But I wonder if that's because that's technically the Pokemon company, and I think Google invested in it. Nintendo.
I think they're considering. We're because the Pokemon company's got a couple out anyway. They got Shuffle. Yeah. They got the Pokemon card game online. So the Pokemon company themselves has their own arty thing. I think the bigger thing is that even on those 2, I don't think those have the Nintendo moniker on them. I think they just have the Pokemon company. They may have.
I don't know if they do or not.
I think I actually have one of the. I don't have Shuffle on here. I think I actually have the Pokemon card game one here for some reason. I'm trying to remember why I put that on here, but anyway, I'll let that load up for a quick sec. But I think these will all have the Nintendo brand on them, and I think that's the big thing that.
I'm just curious if Pokemon Go will even be. But regardless, if they handle it, because I know that some will be free to play, others will be like a standard, just like purchase up front kind of deal.
Mm.
But in terms of their free to play games, I like how they handled this one, even social app game, whatever.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
I like how they handled this. I think they did it the right way, where you can spend the money; it's not necessary, but it's at least there and it's an option.
Mm.
And I'm sure people have already spent money on it. It would not surprise me at all. I think if they stick with this kind of model going forward, that their entrance into the mobile market will definitely be. I think it'll be successful either way.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of at least me continuing with it for free to play, if they have to keep it.
If they keep it like this, yeah, and if this stays, and if this goes into a greater sense of more content that they add into this, because this platform is really easy to add on. Like right now, there's a lot of base. It's bare bone in certain ways, but that's not a bad thing. We're eating it up. We're eating it up, and there's not a lot to it yet.
Yeah.
But wait till there's maybe more games that are on there.
Yeah.
More things your Miis can do. Things that they'll keep adding in.
Interaction options.
More interaction
hopefully
options.
decorating your room. Nintendo's watching this.
Please, yeah. No, that's when they'll hit us with that. No, that's when they hit us with the Animal Crossing one, and then it's over.
No. I'm sure that'll be one too, but.
If there was a full blown Animal Crossing style game, like actual Animal Crossing, I would.
Nope.
No, that's not. Just let me spend Let me spend $40. Let me not have to worry about it and ever go that way again. Yeah, the Pokemon one. It says like in the tiny little letters, copyright Nintendo, but there's no. Yeah. It's Pokemon. It's Pokemon logos all over the place. The Pokemon company. No.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if Pokemon Go will actually be considered part of that 5, or if it's. I think it will because they invested in it. But for what they've done so far with Miitomo, I think it's great. Like I said, my only complaints really are it'd be nice to be able to filter the clothing options that show up in your store, just because a whole day is basically, I don't want to say wasted, because it's just weird to think about. It's my digital
your digital self. It's like, man.
So it's weird to say a day is wasted, but like in terms of I gotta get my style level up. I gotta maintain a presence.
You gotta change your presence.
I think I'm level 13 now.
So you are. Yeah, I think I'm halfway to level 11, or just about to hit. Maybe if I
got appearances to keep up.
You got appearances. So nice if you care what other people look like when you're because much like when the original logo was done for here, it was sent over. It's like, that's cool. I need a picture. It's like, that's cool. I kind of should be wearing pants or something, or at least something that at least which is all cool anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I'm really liking. I think they'll add to it, and if they add to it in a significant way that isn't like watch this ad to keep playing or something like that.
See, even things like that, like I wouldn't mind watching an ad if it's
or
not like every hour I gotta watch an ad.
Yeah.
If it's like once a day kind of deal,
or like if there was something in the store, like you could like, hey, you could spend $1 and get these 500 coin, 1,000 coins or whatever in the store, or you can watch this minute and a half ad from this company, and then we'll do the same thing, and just another. Because that's still ad revenue to Nintendo, which is
regardless, it's money coming in either way. I think there's definitely a lot of ways that they could keep this free to play model successful. Like I said, I'm sure either way people are spending money, so I'm sure it doesn't matter for them. But like I said, more options for clothing in the store, or even if they don't give a filter, just put more in a day. Something
exactly,
or like a set amount of each kind of article of clothing, something like that. I think would be nice. And just the ability to customize a room. I also really think now that since this is out, and this, I mean, as a general thing, just update the Mii Maker. It hasn't been touched since the Wii came out in 2006?
Yeah,
they've never added hair options.
It's almost it's the exact same sort of thing. I mean, I can add. I mean, I got kind of like I'm looking at my Mii guy, and it's pretty accurate. I can't make my hair any longer on the Mii, and that's fine.
Yeah.
That'll always kind of be that way. I think my Mii looks better with longer hair than it did with the shorter hair, so I feel much better with that. But I can only I can't do a full goatee. Yeah. I can do like a Fu Manchu style and kind of split it. Like, so right now I have like the split Van Dyke with the chin strap, which looks fine. And I'm sure if I ever decide to clean up my face and whatnot soon, I'll probably have something like that again, which works. But update it in the sense that give a little more options. I mean, but it's still kind of cool that even with the Mii, you think it's 10 years since the Mii's that's the crazy thought way. But like all the other things that have come along, and like when Microsoft doing the avatars, which are cool, but the amount that they put in and what everyone else was like trying to put in just to kind of have these things. Yeah. And it was like, but this simple one, the one that doesn't look
simple of all of them, the original one is the.
My Xbox one looks a heck of a lot more more like me than me.
But that's the thing is they were constantly updating, and I'm not asking for like a graphical style overhaul here. I like the aesthetic, but more hair options.
Yeah, get some more options.
Just anything. I mean, eye options fit like. It took me. I spent way too long on
just trying to get the. I mean, my eyes are pretty simple. I mean, credit to anyone out there who does, like Admiral Akbar, Zoidberg,
Master Chief,
any of those other ones. I mean, that's awesome that you are that talented to either.
I can't do it.
I can't, and all the power to you for doing it, because I can't figure that out. I mean, it took me long enough to. I think I remember when I got the original Wii. I think it took me forever just to figure out. It was like, well, how do I really want to look in this thing? And it's like, wait, this is something I care about.
Yeah, it's weird that we care about it, but we do.
And like you were talking about, it's like I want my virtual appearance to be wearing the right sort of. I want my clothes. I want that dinosaur bone necklace for around my neck.
I mean, I listen to, I guess, some underground music. I'm not expecting that to show up in the game, but I mean, it'd be nice to just something that mirrors it. More clothing options. I mean, other than that, I really don't have any complaints. I'm really surprised that I enjoy this game as much as much as I do.
I've never written a review for an online app.
Neither have I.
Actually did. Did you write? All right. I gave it a positive. I gave it a positive review.
Yeah.
And I was like, you get, I'm gonna give an app 5 stars. I'm enjoying this. I'm not. And I'm still enjoying it. It's a week later, and I'm still putting time into it. And I'm sure over the next couple weeks, will that fade a little bit? Probably, depending on how people. We'll see. I don't.
In my personal experience with it, I'm still. I mean, I'm trying to sleep at night, and I push notifications.
Yeah, it's like
it's going
and the
off.
sound effects. The sound effect for the notification. Is different than every other one I have, which is great. So it's not just like. It's like, is this
email, text?
It's email, text.
No,
it's like
Miitomo.
And it's Miitomo, and that's I think that's great. So it's like oh, it's a Facebook message, oh, it's an email. Oh, Miitomo sent me a thing. Oh, someone gave me some hearts and styled up that way. So I think I think if they keep expanding it, like they're talking about expanding it, I think it'll easily I think it'll be as easy as like, hey, have you downloaded this app yet?
Yeah.
No.
It was even, I know it was trending on Twitter too, which is, I made a Twitter just to get the points.
And I
never had a Twitter before, but now I do.
I had a Twitter before. I had 2 Twitters. I had one that was just, I tried it just to go as is, and then I bought a domain name a long time ago, a couple years back, and I liked the domain name, and I was like, can I get the Twitter to go along with it? Sure. Yeah. But then my Twitter was pretty much whatever my Instagram was. It was like, all right, I sent this. So it was mostly pictures of me doing fun things, or like, I'm sure my Miitomo is now sitting on my Twitter, and I hardly check Twitter in that instance, but it's all. It's cool. I'm super excited with how it's going so far, and I'm just hoping that it kind of keeps going that way. But I think we're gonna, we spent a lot of time talking about it, which is not a bad thing, but we're excited. If you haven't downloaded this app and you have a smart device of some kind, just do it.
It's free.
That'd be the only thing if they put it on like a browser or something for people who don't. I mean, that's yeah, they'll probably have like a Facebook version or something eventually. But yeah, I mean, if you got a smart device of any kind, just download it. It's definitely worth it. It's free.
Doesn't hurt to try.
It's free. It doesn't hurt to try. Worst case scenario, you delete it and you don't take our opinion, and that's fine. But hey, we enjoy it, and I think that's what counts. So, other than that, I'm Matthew Jones.
I'm Giancarlo Iannucci.
Signing off.